So you turn to see Alphonse. He's just sitting on this large branch. He's kind of like facing away from you.
I'm kicking him out of the tree. Literally. While screaming, I said, get down.
This is gonna turn out well.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
You start to rush over. He sees your intention. He just like raises his hand like a stop, and your body just like locks up. And he slowly stands up and walks over to you on this large branch. Says, Esmore, what do you want? And you feel your body relax.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
Okay, you failed.
And then I'm going to push him off the tree.
Okay, let's make another wisdom save for him. So failed. You're a thud at the bottom.
And then I'll carefully make me do it. No, just out of whatever, I'm going to jump down.
Okay, you take 15 points of damage.
That's fine. Why should it be so laggy? And then I'll release him after that. I would have to do Hold Person at 3rd level, so yay.
He
I was gonna say
relaxes, stands up and says, What do you want?
the hell are you doing? Simple question.
He's just like breathing heavy and he just like turns away from you.
You know, the Honda was back in that direction. Or are you too ashamed to go back?
You know I didn't have to let you find me.
You know, I was gonna find you regardless.
You think too highly of yourself.
You think too highly of yourself. That's what got you into this mess in the first place. First off, you need to get over yourself. Stop hiding in the woods outside of your village and get back.
You know I can't.
On the contrary, I know you can. I am the reason you can. Although you were the reason why you were kicked out in the first place.
Doesn't matter what they think of this. Matters what
Give
I
two
think of
shits about
this.
that.
I can't go
What?
back.
Want me to kill you and try? Want me to kill you and try it again?
Wish you would kill me and not try.
You really, really need to get over yourself. And it's really sad coming from me to say this, but you really need to stop and think for a second. Feeling sorry for yourself is not going to do a goddamn thing. Man the hell up and do what needs to be done. Or sit in the tree for the rest of your life. Your family not matter? You not care? You do know your father was dying at one point, right? Does that not matter? You're just too worried about yourself to want to care about what happens to your family? Stuck in the past? My family is dead because of you, but you're still alive because I'm not living in the past. This is not how I wanted to find you. I wanted to find you snuggled up back home. Not have to come out in the fucking woods to try and find you.
As you keep talking to him, his head keeps sinking lower and lower.
And you really need to grow up. You're how old? At least twice my age. And like you're acting half as young as I am.
I can't go back like this.
What happened to not caring? There's always a consequence for your actions. Trust me. I know. My own actions have almost gotten my friends killed on multiple occasions. Because I don't think before I do things. Why do you think I'm not with them right now? Because I don't think before I do things. I make myself look like an idiot. I make stupid decisions, and I get people killed. You're stronger than probably anyone at the Tejano. Fair enough to say, right?
He just shakes his head.
So what if something happened to the Tejano? They get attacked, and you weren't there to do anything about it. You're gonna sit there and feel sorry for yourself? Just because you're ashamed of how you look? You're gonna let your whole tribe die out of your shame? I asked you a question.
He looks up to you and I think the right word would be he looks broken.
Uh,
Like everything you're saying to him is like he knows it's true. But there's something there that keeps him from returning. And you're absolutely right, it's the shame.
I'm gonna hold my hand out and say, "Get up. We have somewhere we need to be."
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
I never do persuasion well.
So you have advantage.
Thank God. That's my rolls today.
He takes your hand and you pull him up with ease because he's little.
Oh yeah. You don't have to lift, get up very far. I'm gonna tell him we have 2 places to be. You're going to both of them, but I will let you choose which place you go first. The first place is the Tejano. And the second place is to a battle. So, Alphonse, where are we going?
Let's go kill something.
It's fine. As soon as we're done, you and I are both going to the Tejano. I won't make you go by yourself. And I have to wait till tomorrow before we can actually leave and go there. No, wait, no, I don't. No, I don't. I must have a level spell still. I will cast Transport via plants, 7th level, and go to where the others were.
Okay.
I'll make sure he goes in first, though, to make sure he actually comes.
Oh yeah, he's coming with you. Yeah. Around the same time that you all return, from seeing where the branch led you. You see, it's very strange seeing this from the other side. But you see one of the larger trees in this, like, at the edge of the clearing of where the lodge is. It, like, splits, tears open, and, like, the inside of the tunnel is just, like, white. And you can see on the other side, and you can see a small Alphonse in Esmore. And Esmore just, like, kind of pushes Alphonse to get him moving. And they step through. And then the tree seals itself behind them.
That's fucking weird, but okay.
Well, when you said you had a plan, I wasn't expecting this.
So, who is that?
A good time to be making jokes.
It's very
Not
clear
much
that
of
Alphonse
joke,
was not
right?
having a
It's
good
pretty
time.
Obvious. Vath is still out of the loop, by the way. No one's told him.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no, yeah,
right.
we haven't told him.
That's why I'm confused.
I'm going to grab Vath and just say, let's go for a walk. I need to explain something to you.
I just went for a walk, though. Okay.
You drink a lot of beer, you could use the exercise.
That's kind of mean. Alright, we'll go for a walk.
Well, I'm heading to Stone Stand, so
Yeah, just leave
I'll look
Alphonse there
at
by
Alphonse.
himself. That's fine.
I'll look at Alphonse and say, "Would you like to find out what's going on?"
He said there was something to kill.
Esmore, he sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, just keep walking.
I'll tell you about it on the way.
So you and Alphonse just start going to Stone Sand?
Yeah, hopefully I'm going in the right direction.
Well, you had directions on getting here. It's pretty much the same directions to get out.
Oh, okay.
Just follow the fairy
Then sure.
circles. Right. Esmore and Vath.
How many times could we split the party, guys?
Yep. How many ways?
Oh, and I'm with the dangerous one. Fun.
How am I the dangerous one?
Because you're the one being targeted by Gorzar.
Nah, I seen.
Sorry, the annual messenger that you sent to Gorzar. My bad.
Oh, that's long gone by now. I
Alright,
hope so at least.
So, who was that? Finally
Um,
making friends.
no, you know him.
By my confusion, pretty obvious that I don't think I do.
Oh, you do.
Unless
That's
it's like, what is that? Like fucking Alphonse, fucking what? You killed him or something? No,
yeah.
I thought I was fucked up. Shit. I think we hang out too much.
Nah, I don't have very
So-
good
I won't ask for
role models.
the prior details because I don't think you want to talk about that unless you actually come to me and talk about it. What
Eh,
happened?
not a good story. We agreed as after the fight, when you were counting the money and we left from
Oh, that's why I guess
the
not.
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some business to take care of. He agreed to it to let me kill him for revenge, but I told him I would bring him back. And that's what he came back as.
Well, he doesn't seem very happy about it. But I
Oh,
guess
that was
a
kind
given.
of that was kind of the point.
Elves are very proud, I guess, and him being like that, I can't imagine that be any happy about it.
Oh, he's ecstatic. Let's go with that.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine that this business is completely over.
No, I'm pretty sure it's almost over. He just needs a little kick in the ass to go back home. Once he finally goes back home, he'll probably be fine. I'll just ask Alice to
I think
keep an eye on him.
I think you know just as well as I do. It won't be fine.
It's gonna take time. And, their kind lives a long time. Although I'm not sure if changing. I'm not sure. If you want, we can hit a library.
I'm asking.
Give me a Arcana check.
Do I get advantage because of my sage shit, being specialist on rituals and all?
If you don't know the information, you'll know where to find it.
Okay. That's
Man,
fair.
I'm dropping
Arcana,
75% of the frames. It's incredible.
Arcana, right?
Yes.
25.
It's kind of in the realm of study that you were in. It is very high level magic. Magic you were nowhere close to achieving in like your time in school. But it certainly exists. It is an alteration of the alter self spell. to
Hmm.
make those alterations permanent. Um, there, there certainly are people who know the spell and would be able to cast it. They are very few
Hmm.
and far between, because is the implication of such a spell is widespread. Um, Imagine being able to turn yourself permanently into looking like the King of Neverwinter, and
Yeah,
it
that
not
would.
being able to be dispelled. Like,
Yeah.
it's powerful magic. Um,
Where would I find that kind of thing?
But where was Vendel at? Limbo?
that is a question. He may be in limbo. He may not be. Um, but
So you know, you
you
said
you
I can like
certainly
be able to
have
find it.
the resources to find those kind of people.
Um. So from what I know, there is a spell like that that actually could help you out. Not easy. It's kind of, you know, the alter self spell, right?
Yeah, I do it all the
It's
time. I mean,
kind of like
I think I saw my bear claws. I just raise up my
it's
You
hand.
can, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I raise up
it's
my hand. I'm like, yeah, I'm
similar to
familiar.
that, but a little more high level and a little more say permanent. I don't know too much about it myself, but I have a few ideas and where I can get more information on it if you're interested.
I mean, yeah, but to be honest, right now,
I'm sure you
I
don't want to
know
leave
we
your
have.
relationship with Alphonse like this forever.
I mean, I'm indifferent right now. He needs to. As far as I'm concerned, this is going to be good for him. It'll force him to mature a bit.
But
Because right
yeah,
now
that's
he's
fair.
being more of a child than I am, and this is his punishment. But you know,
The offer's always there.
there's more important things to worry about. We
For
got
sure.
someone to kill. We got another mask to find.
That's true. There's still all of that happening. And that's assuming
Elves.
we all make it out of this alive.
He'll probably be alive for a long time, so there's no rush. But yeah, eventually I could use your help to find such an individual.
Just let me know. This Gorzar shit's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie.
Oh, trust me, it's bringing the worst out of me.
Uh,
I will say it was easier getting him here than I thought it would be.
I mean, all I had to do was tell him to go fuck himself, right?
No, a little more than that.
No, it's not just a Gorzar we should be worried about.
I pretty much thought to myself, what would Zine and Vath tell me if I was acting like this?
Well, I feel like it'd be a bit more descriptive, but I get what you mean, yeah.
Well,
It's in the past. Just gotta deal with what we got now. Where the cards were dealt.
yeah. Any progression on this side?
Um, I mean, if he showed up, we'd be dead.
Well, I mean, if I brought reinforcements, and that's one hell of a reinforcement.
Very helpful reinforcements, yes.
Yeah.
They went to fucking Stone Stand.
Where?
The town north.
Why?
That was a good question.
So Zine and Alphonse. Alphonse is not talking. He's quiet, just trailing a little bit behind you.
Yeah. So, the overall situation is There's a man to kill named Gorzar. Much less of a man than a half-dragon creature. And we'll be fighting him soon. Though he has essentially a miniature army. So we go to Stone Stand to look for allies. And I'm guessing Esmore just kind of pushed you along.
He just nods.
Well, I hope you know he's doing what he thinks is best for you, even though it doesn't seem that way.
Do you think this is what was best for me?
No.
Bob, you piece of shit.
I don't think it was the best course of action, but it was an action taken, and there's not much we can do about it at the moment. But he has been fairly adamant about finding a way to turn you back. I don't think he gets as much pleasure out of this as you believe he does.
It wouldn't be Esmore if he did.
You've known him longer than I have. He's just an idiot, though. But he's an idiot with a pretty good heart, so... I don't think he'd be trying as hard if he didn't care.
Not an idiot, just dumb sometimes. We can all be dumb.
Fair enough.
I was certainly dumb.
At one point. But why let it hold you back?
Because it's what I deserve.
I'd beg to differ. You've saved our asses from the dragon back in Neverwinter. It's obvious that you've done good as well. Maybe the punishment might seem too harsh in the eyes of some, but I doubt he'll rest until he can turn you back.
Everything I tried to do clearly wasn't enough. So I have to accept this.
For a time. If either one of us know Esmore, he's eventually gonna get his way. And his current way is to change you back after we deal with this. Outside of helping Bath. And if anyone can find information on how to change you back, it's probably Bath, so... Only time can tell. And time will eventually heal all wounds, so...
Can leave a pretty nasty scar though. And you all keep walking.
Yep.
While Alphonse is being moody as fuck.
Yeah, basically.
He's being edgy.
Nah, that's not even edgy. That's just straight up moody.
It's a phase.
Face, Mom.
He's probably wearing black eyeliner and shit right now too.
Eventually you do make it up to Stone Stand. It's a tiny place.
Yeah.
Like their main like source of industry is like logging. Um, it's like as you get closer to town, you hear like wagons and like the huff of draft horses as they're just dragging these huge logs back to town to be milled and then transported. Yeah, there's like an inn. More tavern doesn't necessarily have rooms. Just give me I don't know. What are you doing to try to find salad?
I can't get over his name.
Have you
I was gonna make a joke
tried, like,
about
an
going
inn
to
or
the garden,
something?
I
but
thought I was supposed to go to the food stall,
Yeah.
the food cart.
I'll probably go to the inn tavern thing and ask if anyone's seen
Salad.
a salad, a little kobold.
Yeah, about 5 copper.
5 copper for a salad? That's outrageous.
Ridiculous. What do you want with him?
A friend of mine told me to go talk to him.
Something from that is. Yeah, edge it down and find a small hovel. It's like half broken down. West? Yeah, west. You'll see it.
All right, thank you. Then I'll head off west, looking for the little broken down hovel.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to see. Like their like industry is forestry, so like the whole area around the town is completely cleared of trees. Um, you walk down the road a little bit, and it's like the building is it's clearly just one room, and it's like off kilter. It's like leaning over a bit. And as like you get close to the door and you can hear inside, yes, 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 oh, as something explodes on the interior.
I'll just kind of. Is it just me and Alphonse?
Yeah, and you two like make eye contact. I'm like, are you sure this is the place?
He hasn't lied to me before. This will be fun.
Yeah.
And I'll knock on the door.
What is it?
Are you Salad?
What's it to you?
A friend of ours sent me your way.
The door swings open. You can like this kobold is about 3 foot tall, a little bit shorter than Alphonse currently is. You can still see some like his. Oh boy, how do I describe this little creature? So kobolds in general,
I think
are
Craft Kobold.
they're dragonkin. They they're kind of the equivalent of like what gnomes are to humans. Kobolds are like that, but to dragonborns. Like he has like the face reminiscent, like the head structure reminiscent of a dragon, and he's got like jagged teeth sticking out like a crocodile or an alligator. But he's got this like too large like leather band that has like two large glass spheres or like lenses that make up goggles. Um, half of his face is like has like black soot on it, and like a curl of smoke is still like rising off of him. He clearly just blew himself up. Um, and like you look over his head, and it's dark in there. And you can see that there's a table with all sorts of just like alchemical nonsense that most of it probably doesn't do anything. Some of it looks very, very dangerous in how it's set up. Um, but this is salad.
What a wild creature.
I don't know if you've interacted with kobolds before,
I don't
but
think so.
give me a history check. See how much more I can tell you about kobolds and like culture and whatnot.
I know everything.
They're devious and tricksters.
Okay.
I do that, Noah. I don't know if that would be the correct one or not, but
Oh, I know what kobolds look like. Well, I was told by Three String that
Oh,
you might be able to help me find some people to clear out the orcs up north. They've created a small little army, and they haven't been so kind to people or villages.
Three String wants me to help you find people for anything.
Or aid us in some other fashion. It's less of he wants you to, and I asked him who might be helpful.
What do you need?
I guess information on who might be able to help us, or
I can't help you
a method.
there. I don't know anyone.
And then what of a method to help us in our upcoming battle?
Just give me a persuasion check. His general demeanor as he like squints his eyes, which are like kind of magnified in these goggles that are still over his face. And he looks at Alphonse. Alphonse just like gives a little shrug. Looks back at you. Do you like experiments?
I mean, I have no problem with them. I haven't done much myself.
Come with me. He turns, leaving the door open.
I was kind of shrug it off. I was like, all right, here we go. Make my way inside.
When you walk in, the smell is acrid and smells of sulfur, like something just had been burned, which, you know, something exploded, so. And there's something else that you can't quite identify. This place feels, just every sense of the word, dangerous. Like, touching something the wrong way could send this whole place into the stratosphere.
Lovely. I entered a fucking mad bomb maker's house.
And Salad like goes over to like a standing armoire that's like 4 times its height. He opens up and just starts pulling things out and throwing them on the floor. And he pulls out what looks like a fishbowl, except the opening is tiny. It's like can be plugged like with a cork. And he like walks carefully with it over the. It looks empty. And he sets it down on the like the workbench that has a large soot mark and splinters coming off of it. And he hops up into a chair, and he starts filling this fishbowl with who knows what. Um, alchemy is not your thing, um, and you're just watching as this kobold just like goes like grabs this and he's like muttering to himself as he's just dumping all sorts of contents into this fishbowl, and then he grabs like a short metal rod that's about 8 inches long, and he taps on the desk, and out of the tip is about 3 inches of bright blue flame, and just like it's like a blowtorch, just shooting out of this like metal wand as he gently puts it to the top of the sphere, and it seals. And then he taps on the desk again, it goes out, and he sets it down, and then he picks up this fishbowl now full of God knows what, turns around to you and says, he just like extends his arm and like it's like handing it to you.
I will carefully take it. And what might this do?
There's only one way to find out. Just make sure you're far away from it when it breaks.
Oh, okay. Have you made one of these before?
Give me an insight check. uh, there's an like most likely, though he doesn't want to admit it for whatever reason.
Okay. Sure, this should be helpful. And I'll make sure that we are far away from it when it breaks.
If you could tell me the results from, make sure that'd be helpful.
That's disturbing.
Sure, I'll
It's like wide, toothy grin.
I'll be sure to let you know. At least if we make it back, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, get out. And he's like starts shooing you out of his house.
Good luck. And I
You'll need
guess
it.
we leave.
Shuts the door. And you're left standing there with this, it is like a volleyball sized glass sphere, and you can see like these alchemical elements like swirling and trying to mix and not quite, like they're not separated into layers, that they're swirling like around each other. Is a very active thing.
All right. In my notes, it's a volleyball-sized glass sphere filled with Gazdo what ... It's a bomb, and we all fucking know it.
Who knows what happens when it explodes?
Throw and pray.
Yeah.
That's what I'd name it. Throw and pray.
Stay far, far away from its breaking point.
It being AKA Bomba.
Yeah. Well, that's not disturbing in the least.
I still have a flash bomb. still have one of those. I
Zine
forgot
hasn't
about
forgotten.
that. No, you didn't know what it was. You didn't know I bought more than one. All you know is one night you woke up
No.
and bang. That's all you knew.
I know that you've had one.
Actually, it still should have two. It should only have one. Why does it still stay have two? There, I fixed that.
Alright. So, I assume you start heading back.
Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of wrap it in a cloth or something, and just I'm probably not gonna put it in a bag and just hold it, but I will cover it with something. Gonna make my way back.
Making your way downtown.
I'm
Making
not
my way.
walking fast. I don't want it to explode.
Walking fast.
Faces past and I'm blown up. It was boom.
So Zine and Alphonse are gone for a couple hours. So it's you two and fuck, what's his face? Why do I always forget his
Pilar?
name? Yeah.
I don't know. It's the
Pilar.
single NPC whose name you've like forgotten.
That's me, but with every NPC.
Yeah, like what's his face?
I'm thinking of it. Hang on.
That was a bad joke, and you should feel bad.
I know who's referring to though.
Wasn't referring to anyone.
Oh,
He
I thought
was-
you were making fun of me for the fact I can't remember my favorite NPC's name.
No, I was making a joke.
Rudolph? Redoff.
Rudolph.
I guess while we're walking back, I'm gonna cast Sending.
Okay.
To Sildar.
Okay.
And I'll say, oh shoot, what's on the map? Up north, an army of orcs have overtaken Settlestone. I'm aiming to stop them. If there's any allies I can seek, do tell.
Unfortunately, the Lord's Alliance influence doesn't extend that far. And it's gonna take probably far too long for me and my men to get there. Good luck.
Well, that was a bust. I guess it'll be us four. And I guess we're just going back.
This is a place called Lake of Dragons, and it makes me nervous.
What a time.
Eventually you all come back together. It's now 5 of you.
Well, I didn't get any more allies to help us. I got this. I'll tell you more when we get into the mansion.
Nice.
And then I'll go in the mansion.
I'll follow.
That's gonna side himself. Well, I wonder what's gonna happen the day in here. And he's gonna walk in.
Yeah, and Killer follows, as does Alphonse.
Surprised Keelar hadn't said anything to me.
Oh, he's staying out of your business, so won't be
Surprised with
involved.
that.
He's very aware that there's history there.
I guess I'll gently set it on the table and remove the cloth from it. Well, I don't know what it does, but we can expect that nothing good will come from breaking it near us.
So it's a bomb. Or something like that.
Yes, I believe so. But if it is, and it is as dangerous as he made it seem, we should probably think of a way to drop it on the enemy with us out of reach.
I have an idea. Hear me out. We throw it.
But really hard.
You're a genius, Esmore.
If it
Shut up.
explodes, how big is the radius?
Don't know.
Are you sure you'll be able to throw it hard enough?
I was thinking more along the lines of
Ariel.
one of these two can turn into a bird or something and drop it.
So you want me to airdrop them a bomb?
I'm glad you knew she was talking to you.
Yes. I mean, it's the safest way to use it and not be in a blast radius.
I mean, better idea. Instead of having me airdrop it, why don't we just have Alphonse turn into his rock form and airdrop it? That way he's already turned into something that we know is powerful enough, and he can just stay in that form. If I transform into a bird or something, then I'm not going to be as useful later on.
I can't fly as an earth elemental.
I'd be concerned if you could.
True.
That would be concerning if a rock elemental could fly.
Didn't we drop you from a fly spell as an earth elemental?
First,
No.
not the only time he's been dropped.
Okay.
No, but I don't think
Just-
that we need a meteor
No,
strike.
Alphonse picked up Esmore as a rock when Esmore was a earth elemental and dropped him a couple of times.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Cannonball? It was.
Yeah,
Very
meteor,
destructive.
like a meteor strike. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, there's that. That's an option.
Killer says.
Every one of us.
Killer
Go ahead.
speaks up and says, before we go dropping whatever the fuck this is on town, are there any innocents left? Any of those who aren't part of the clan.
Now that we have this bomb, there probably won't be.
Not that I know of. I
Out
did
of sight,
see.
out of mind.
I did see one. The last time I scried.
And there might be others.
I hate to say it, but I believe you're right.
I'm gonna whisper at Vath and say, you know, if we drop this bomb and there are innocents, then at least we won't have to worry about innocents later.
And it'd be pretty fucking cool to do it too.
Yeah, just saying.
Yeah, let's just nuke a bunch of innocent
I
people.
whispered it. I
This is
whispered
Noah
it.
talking.
Can't use that thing until they're all out.
Totally agree.
Right. So our plan on doing that is we have an ogre force to get through, which is going to alert the town. There's a chance that they could try to use the civilians as leverage. If we try and go around the ogres, then we leave ourselves open to an ambush from behind if they hear us fighting.
Alphonse speaks up and says, "What do they want?"
Us dead.
I was gonna say.
I mean, I believe it's more than just us dead, but that is one of their primary things.
How much better could it be if we were dead?
I mean, more specifically, they want Zine dead.
Yeah, I'm sure if like me and Esmore stayed out of it, we could probably get out fine.
Oh yeah, probably.
What are
Options, but
the odds that Zine would be able to just walk in?
well, actually, it's not a bad thought. I'm
I
pretty sure
was thinking about it.
he would probably want to do it himself.
I was not thinking about being in my regular form.
You mean like as a decoy?
Or I have an idea.
I think
It's
I
just,
have a better one because I can make myself look like an orc, and I, for one, can speak orc.
Can I try something on you, Zine, if you're willing?
Is it permanent?
It's not
No.
ominous at all. I'm going to kill
Huh?
you and then.
Just
Well,
repeat until
yes,
I'm an
no.
orc.
Yes, hang on. Yes, no. But I need you to be willing. It only works if you're willing.
What are you trying to do?
This
You
is getting
will
way
see.
too kinky for my taste.
I'm
will
not
see.
gonna. I'm unwilling. Just tell me.
It will make you look like you're dead. But I've never done this before. I need to see how effective it is.
Well, then I recommend we do it on someone else.
Hey,
so
Kilar,
that if
come
it
here.
Fails.
Kilar, come here.
I know what
I
you're
can
trying to
bring
do
them
now.
back.
Bath.
Hey, Alphonse, how's it going?
If you know what he's
That-
trying to do, Kilar, will you
No.
tell me?
Don't tell her.
I think you might have heard this one. Feign death.
Possibly. But you're resistant to all attacks unless they're physical.
So the only kind of deaths that we should be scared of at the moment.
So what? You want to make it seem like I'm dead? Transport me there and say, "Here you go."
Basically.
That's gonna work.
I mean, hey, you got the looks down to it, too.
I mean, you know, when people normally start like not breathing, they turn purple. You're already purple. We don't have to worry about that part. Your skin complexion is that of death. so it'll work even better.
Let's keep walking through this plan. So, Zine is incapacitated for up to, I don't know how long. Then what?
An hour.
Okay, so we have an hour before Zine wakes up if they don't figure it out and kill her outright anyway.
Well, by then they would have inspected her, see that she appears dead. Even if the spell does wear off, she can just still keep laying there. If worst comes to
Oh,
worst, when we get close, I'll just retouch her. All I gotta do is touch her and
Suppose it,
reactivate it. Gives an extra hour.
suppose
that's
it does
kind of
work,
weird.
and they buy it. What then?
But then
We get up to Gorzar and we fuck him up.
there's still no change in the fact that we just avoided an entire army and fighting Gorzar. You know?
That's to say, if they even let us in.
Yeah.
We could just easily say that reason why we killed Zine is because we realized we were in over our heads and didn't want to be on his bad side. And this is our gift of good faith.
I'd like to
We
imagine.
delivered a body. He may let us leave, and as we're leaving, we try and locate civilians.
I'll be honest. I feel like I'd be more confident in this plan if you didn't send an animal messenger straight to him.
That's long done, over with. Don't bring that shit up. I can change my voice. I can change my appearance. You don't know it has to be me.
Thank God for that.
And on that
So,
same note, I can as well change my appearance,
but
and I
again,
can speak Orc.
but makes a
So
fair
if I could
point.
find a way in,
What's the point of having Zine appear dead and getting in if we can't really do anything with it? Well,
and we
That's
same.
do know
true.
they have a magic caster with them,
Yeah, so it's like
they might see
not
through
like
the
it'd be
spell.
the easiest thing in the world.
You
And it's
know, I'm
not like I'm saying go through the front door.
I'm actually kind of curious if I cast this on myself, if I could still get myself out of it.
Let's not do that one.
I can test that later.
As funny as it would be for you to be stuck in a state of death,
For an hour.
maybe that's not such a bad idea. But that wouldn't really accomplish anything for our goals. We're not really
No.
the focus to him, are we?
No, I
If
think Zane's going to be the focus.
if we're going to use that thing, whatever it is, it nods to
What?
the sphere with alchemical whatever's in it. Um, we need to make sure that there's no unintended targets in the town.
That's why I'm saying I sneak in disguise as an Orc and locate them.
So you locate them. How do you get them out?
We'd
That
basically we've been
was
fighting an
probably the
entire army
second
by
part of the
ourselves.
plan.
Worst case scenario, couple casualties.
I mean, I could come with you. I just would have to not speak because I can't speak Orc.
This is out of my realm of expertise.
And I definitely don't have the time to teach you.
Yeah, if this is the plan we're going with.
I mean, if anything happens and worse comes to worse and they try to get me to speak, you can just, make up a reason why I can't talk. Like tongue got ripped out or some reason.
If we go through with this plan, it's gonna be without me. I'm not gonna be of much help for this.
I'd rather Z not have to go alone. Fast.
don't think
You
that's a
can
good idea
you
either.
can fly. Couldn't you just fly really high and over?
You know, they have these things. They're called eyes.
Well, if you're high enough in the air, they're not gonna be looking up that hard to see a little speck in the air.
I guess it all depends on the time of day.
We could polymorph you.
I'm gonna say no to that one, and I can only fly for about 10 minutes at a time, anyways.
And if you're polymorphed,
The biggest issue is how are we going to get them out?
that is an issue.
And I think it's an issue that you guys can think of between now and next session.
This is one of the better ending off points that we've had that weren't
That's
stressful.
finally not a cliffhanger. We'll try to play it in 2 weeks. I don't know. I'll have to look at my schedule.
Stressful, full of panic. And
We'll let you guys know. You guys now have allies and a bomb.
question mark?
Well, an ally and a bomb.
Bomb.
A
But
scale of which we have no
yeah,
clue.